Hello, XRP fans. We have a big day coming up that you need to be aware of. Brad Garlinghouse is going to give us some juicy deets, along with something we need to fix if we want even more money to flow into crypto. Speaking of money, let's talk XRP price action at the end, because lots of you are making the money.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
I just got done with an hour-long interval session, and whoa, baby, did that one cook you, the viewer. You're most important, so you get the first bite. Eric Stevens says, at least this channel gives real news and doesn't hype BS to get more views. The amount of lying video titles I've seen on YouTube regarding crypto and especially XRP is insane. Oh, dude, it's all cryptos. It's not just XRP. I even saw one about someone saying Trump said XLM was going to be a strategic reserve. Come on now, everyone. Brian Ferns is hanging out with us and says, seems to be a global thing. I'm not allowed to deposit my money in my crypto account. Blocked, but can still deposit into betting accounts if I liked. BS. Brian Ferns, I totally agree with you, but good for us. The Congress is going after Choke Point 2.0. Kim Britt says, the first news we watch in the morning. Well, thank you for that. Great, juicy, relevant news, Klaus. We watch your videos every single day here in Brazil. You are the best. Keep up that shoot, bitches. Yeah, you're welcome to swear in the comments. I don't delete them. R. Schmidt, Deputy Doofy, reporting for duty. Hey, sir. Says Gary Gensler, the hammer. All crypto are nails. Oh, would someone do me a favor and pull out the dong? I'll put a nail through that one. Crucify the PP. Bitcoin's in at 105,128. I need to make you aware of a big day for XRP. ETH at 33.45. XRP at 312. We're going to talk XRP price because I know a lot of you out there are getting worried. You're like, bro, why aren't we pumping on this news? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly why. SWE pulling back, but that's also because SWE has had some massive pumps. BNB is close to 700, while ADA is close to what, everyone? $1. Uno dinero. Yes. You want crypto to get even bigger? We gotta fix this. Crypto Weekly Hack Report. Thorchain, Femex, and meme coin scams shake DeFi. The NASDAQ X account was compromised. Well, that's not good. Highlighting the need for robust security. How many X accounts have we seen out there get hacked? And the best part is they get hacked to promote crypto stuff. It's not like they ever get hacked to promote like gambling sites. It's always crypto stuff. We've also got some other ones I need to make you aware of. This week has been challenging for DeFi projects and crypto exchanges, with major setbacks highlighting vulnerabilities in the ecosystem. And remember, crypto doesn't have any sort of insurance like banks do, no FDIC action like that. So again, maybe Trump with a little bit of executive order could help us out with that. Thorchain announced insolvency. That is leaving a $93 million deficit, while Singapore-based exchange Femex suffered a $70 million hack. Meanwhile, scams and malware are targeting crypto and crypto wallets. In fact, I had a very close family member reach out to me. Their wallet was hacked. Yeah, so just be careful out there, everyone. The Thorchain thing is messed up, okay? They have $200 million in debt against $107 million in assets. Now, I'll be honest with you. This is way better than what we dealt with a couple years ago with Luna UST, Celsius, FTX. You know what I'm talking about, right? Those were insane flip. Like, those things were upside down billions and billions of dollars. At least here they're only flipped 93, but it's still a lot of people losing money. And don't get me wrong, it's not like the hack scams and schemes are going to keep money away from crypto, but if you want more money flowing in, you want safer markets, because the more people trust markets, the more people trust products, the more money they'll put in. All right, big date for you Ripple XRP fans. What is it? Well, guess what? Brad Garlinghouse is going to be speaking, and well, let's just get into it, and I'll share it with you. In a tweet from Ripple X, it was announced that XRP Community Day will kick off with Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse taking stage, reflecting on the biggest milestones and providing a retrospective look at the journey so far. And I'm wondering if he's going to have some big announcements. Now, if something big and juicy comes from it and you're not able to follow the news, don't worry. Just hit the subscribe button, notification bell. I'll follow the news for you, so you just got to wait for the old alert. Perhaps the most fascinating part of the address will be Garlinghouse's vision for the year. That is what I am most interested in, especially now, right? I mean, think about this. 2 years ago, last year ago, these crypto CEOs, they were all hopium, right? But they had hopium with no oomph because the regs, the SEC, Congress, and so forth wasn't pro-crypto. Now these players can have hopium that could turn into reality. Now, this is the date. January 28th, Ripple CEO will open the event and I will have the deets for you. Oh, and by the way, any article you see in this video, along with my other ones, will be linked where, everyone? Where? In the description below. By the way, Christy Gnome made it, just putting it out there. Not a big fan. I used to live in South Dakota, and Christy Gnome. Okay, check this out. Real quick story. Christy Gnome. I lived in South Dakota, right? And in South Dakota, the public voted to make cannabis legal, right? For rec use. She blocked it. That bothers me a little bit because if the people are telling our government they want this, and the government says, no, you're not allowed to have that. I'm not a big fan of that. And I used to live in South Dakota, and I can tell you right now that she pissed a ton of people off. How would you feel if where you lived, you voted for something, the majority voted for it, and yet the governor was like, no, girlfriend, you're not getting it, even though you voted for it. So just a heads up with Christy Gnome. Volume for crypto markets is down quite a bit to 105 billion, but that's okay because it's the weekend. We like to chill out on the weekend. But news is breaking. XRP 179 billion in market cap. Fear and greed were sitting at 61. BTC is still dominating with 57% of the action, with ETH having 11%. I'm thinking in the next couple years, as alts get more regulatory clarity, as alts get more favor from financial institutions, you're going to see ETH's dominance slip and some of the alts take a bite out of its action. Now, speaking of the alts that could take a bite out of it, let's talk XRP price because here we are. We're still at $3.11. And let's zoom out a little bit, okay? Now, you see this kind of move right here. We've kind of gone sideways around $3. A lot of you have been asking, hey, Klaus, how come crypto isn't pumping on the executive order? How come crypto isn't pumping on this, and this? How come crypto isn't pumping on the creation of the Crypto Council? Well, it's pretty simple. We've known about this stuff, right? Think about it. A couple weeks ago, we knew Trump was going to do an executive order. He talked about it. We just didn't know what day it was, okay? So remember, crypto is mostly buy the rumor, sell the news. Very forward-looking, optimistic market. And what are we really waiting for? Well, we want to know what the regs are going to be. So the reason you're not seeing some pumperoni action in XRP and the alts right now from the executive order, from all the stuff from the cryptos are, it's because we knew about this stuff. And the cool thing about this, all right, the executive order had a whole bunch of deadlines in there. They had a 30-day deadline, a 60-day deadline, 180-day deadline. So you're going to start getting some rubber meat in the road here at those intervals, okay? So the reason crypto, especially the alt, didn't roar over this past week with the executive order, it's because we all knew the executive order was coming and we're waiting for the real juice. The real juice is new regs, and the real juice is what, everyone? ETFs, of which I shared that story this morning. Juicy news, isn't it? And we want the case to be over. Seriously. Keyboard warriors, where are you at? Fight me on this one, all right? I think the biggest thing for XRP is going to be the case being nixed, for real. I think that's going to be the biggest thing, followed very closely by the ETFs. Now, those things we know are going to happen. It's just a matter of when they're going to happen. Now, if they announce that they're going to do a strategic reserve with some of the alts, like maybe they do a little BTC, but then they kind of mix a little alts in, because maybe the United States government doesn't want to put all their eggs in one basket, which would be really, really smart, right? Because what happens to Sailor and all those other BTC maxis out there if BTC starts eroding? Well, then they lose a whole bunch. And let me ask you, do you put all your eggs in one basket? Well, I know some of you do out there because you like to live that YOLO style. But the smartest financial plays is where you spread it around. So if we do find out something in regards to XRP as one of the strategic reserve assets, that could be absolutely game changing. And me showing you right now $3 up on the screen would be cheap XRP if that kind of news breaks. So why isn't the market moving? Because we're waiting for the juicy regs, baby, and we want that money to flow in. But remember, if we want more money to flow in, what do we need? We need to start fixing the hacks. We need to start fixing the insolvency problems. And we need to make sure that investors out there feel protected. Big money. Think about this, okay? Remember the FTX scandal that lost billions? Remember the Celsius thing that lost billions? Could you imagine being a big company out there, right? Like a Microsoft, Google, stuff like that, right? Could you imagine investing billions and billions and billions into something and all of a sudden finding out it's all gone? that would be a mess. So those big players out there are like, look, we want to dip our toes in the crypto water, but can you give us some more protections? Yes, I think we'll get them because I have a feeling the cryptos are, and the newly appointed SEC hombres will start taking care of that, which will bring more trust into the market. And what happens when you bring more trust in the market, everyone? It brings more money. Now, have the hacks, scams, and schemes come down in terms of the volume of them and the intensity of them? Well, yeah, of course. It used to be, I kid you not, for you new viewers, a year ago, 18 months ago, I used to be reporting on hack scams and schemes almost every freaking day. And now it's probably like less than once a week. So don't get me wrong, we are getting better, but it's still something that we need to fix in order to bring more comfort and trust into the market. Now, I am very, very interested on what Brad Garlinghouse is going to say on the 28th. The year in review, hey, look, we all know what happened this whole year. I want to know what Ripple's plans are, what the XRP plans are, now that we've gotten some support with the government, now that we're getting support from the president, and we're going to get some support regarding clarity with regs. See, before when Brad Garlinghouse called for a $5 trillion market cap, that was just hopium. And I get it, right? I mean, these CEOs out there are trying to do the best they can just to keep the industry going, providing hopium. And I understand that. But the problem is that hopium wasn't going to go anywhere unless we got a change at the top along with Congress. And the crazy thing about this is now both sides, right? The Senate and the House are Republican controlled, pro crypto. The president is Republican as well. So now you've got the triad. You've got all three that are pro crypto, and almost no one out there was expecting it from this election. So now Brad and other CEOs can swing for the fences because they know they're going to have support behind them from the government and regulators. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did Klaus just say that the regulators are going to be supporting crypto? My, how things have changed here in the last couple months, and I'm glad to report you the change. Now, do me a solid. About 50% of you are not subscribed. It's free. It's the least you could do for helping me out for bringing you news coverage while I'm on vacation. Speaking of being on vacation, I gotta go because I'm gonna check out some museums today. Choo choo, bitches.